Welcome back to
Breaking news! Leander breaks the news! Eventually!
Yes, but first we're gonna do some side quests because side content and shit. Anyway,
do we get to build a newspaper factory here or something?
Sorry, Dwebs, those haven't been invented yet.
Sure.
Wait. You're telling me that we've invented leaf book, but not newspaper, please?
Dwebs, that's the thing, Dwebs. Because Broadleaf got way ahead in technology, they invented leaf book before they invented newspapers.
They skipped over.
The digital era came before the printed one.
Since we have leaf book, Dwebs, there's no real purpose for newspapers now, is there?
Yeah, hey, what about people who don't like to use leaf book?
Well, tough shit.
Like leaf book.
Tough shit, I guess.
Purchase, model, consume.
Consume our products.
This world really isn't very inclusive.
Alright, we're back
Well, Shiro, that's kind of what Evan is trying to fix, isn't it? So, yeah.
Newspapers for everyone.
He's trying to fix a lot of things, but yeah, that's one of them.
Alright, so let's check out what's going on here. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I think we have some citizens to recruit, but first let's do some errands! Because Liz always loves these.
More like he loves the jing also.
Okay, while these side quests are going on, there is actually one thing I wanted to address regarding the game.
Go ahead.
Oh fuck. I forgot.
Brilliant. Okay.
Well, actually, there is one minor thing. Yeah,
Yes?
this.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm muting this, otherwise I'll go insane. Pedro, since you got the cheats enabled on this, how long does it take usually to build up enough, reputation points?
Influence. You gain influence every time you do anything in your kingdom, and I mean anything. Do any research, build anything, fix anything, update anything. Basically, the more you do in the kingdom, the more influence you have in the world. That's literally it.
Just generally being productive.
Just generally, yeah, what Shiro said, basically. The influence doesn't actually do anything aside from getting a trophy. So don't worry too much about that. Worry about using the kingdom as much as only you can. The influence is just for trophy.
Still haven't moved the dead whale.
Go ahead, Dweb, sorry.
Ah, it is you. That must mean you have it. You do you not? Come now, do not play the fool. You would not talk to me if you did not have it.
Have what, Daphne?
They gave you it at Swiss Solutions, yes? The permit to make Daphne a subject of a very special kingdom indeed.
She has a very interesting way of speaking.
Daphne wants to come join us, and she's gonna say why. Go ahead.
Try to be pleased, and quickly, there's no time to waste.
There's no time
to waste, yes. Waste. Daphne, Glaucus' biggest fan. That's right. She's also a fan of Glaucus. Go ahead.
Perfect, permit accepted. I will not let you down, and do not be fooled by my appearance. I am in fact a most talented fisher person.
Which means she'll be helpful at the fish market.
And we fisher people have a duty to venture to far-off foreign lands.
True.
Glaucus is always talking of the romance of the distant ocean.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know that women usually go for the bad boys, but this is ridiculous.
To copy Glaucus, of course. I am my own fisher person. If anything, he wishes to copy me.
Sure.
Oh, so you have an ego on you.
I heard him expressing an interest in joining your kingdom too.
He's already there, actually.
No, of course I was not eavesdropping. I just happened to overhear him, that is all.
Sure.
How specific of you.
Sure.
Anyway, enough talking. I must be doing preparations. Oh, and if you see Glaucus, tell him hello from me.
I can't tell if this is for a rivalry or a one-sided romance.
Probably the latter. Anyway, let's check Broadleaf. See what's going on in there.
And then you get back and Broadleaf's destroyed or something.
We actually have another citizen from Broadleaf. We actually have another citizen from Broadleaf who wants to join our kingdom. Let's meet her.
Okay.
I'm gone for 5 minutes and Broadleaf's already in disrepair.
Cool, realistic
Actually,
cape physics.
Also, considering you get hold on.
Go ahead, Shiro.
Oh, hey there. It's Evan, right?
There sure are a lot of rumors going around about you.
She looks like an older Kari from Digimon.
Oh my
You're
god,
kind
she
of.
does.
You were going to say too?
Glasses too.
No, it's like you drop like considering all the people that you're getting specifically from that spot in Hydropolis, that poor whale carcass is gonna rot there.
I mean, it looks like it's more bone than flesh from the last time we saw it. Does it actually change over time?
But
Pedro?
anyway, this person is Candy.
Go ahead, Shuri.
Oh. Guess you don't know me though, huh? My name's Candy. I work in environmental research.
Ooh, that could be useful. Yeah.
I know a few people named Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you could say natural world's kind of my passion. Lately I've been looking into these spirits that are supposed to be the source of all life.
Oh, you mean the higgledies?
Oh, you mean the live
higgledies?
stream?
I was thinking of that.
Yes.
Are
Basically,
we getting meta?
Oh, like I said, it's the live
maybe?
stream.
Well, yeah,
Either that or-
well, yeah. Technically, they kind of are dead. You are right. Technically, they're the elements. Go ahead.
Either that or they're the spirits from Smash Brothers Ultimate. Take your pick.
I was thinking if I could maybe figure them out, I might be able to make Broadleaf green again.
So there you go. She's actually trying to see if she can help with the pollution problem.
Hashtag
Not for
make
nothing,
Broadleaf
but
green
Broadleaf
again.
is a city completely made on mechanisms. I think making it green again may kind of set things back.
True.
Let's do that.
Fortunately, she doesn't mean that in that way. She just means she wants to help with the pollution problem.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
How do spirits work with us?
She's trying to find see if she can channel the energy of the higgledies to help. That seems obvious.
Oh.
Remember,
And she
Jovel,
mentioned
for
it being the source of
example.
life, so...
Remember, Jovel also, it works in a similar way. For we saw how those leaves in Cloud Core Canyon reactivated to life, where we used wind higgledies on them.
Yeah. Sure, please.
You wouldn't? That's great. I'll head there right away and get started.
She's answering to the fact that we don't mind her coming to work in our higgledy, because obviously it would be great to have her work under Amphimarfa, since Amphimarfa is the big expert of the world on higgledies.
So I'm guessing cleaning the area from the pollution is going to be her story arc.
No. Well, she is going to be contributing it from now on too. However, she'll be doing that in backstage. And the side quest involving the fruits of it will be Bracken, who is going to be. Let's just say she's going to also be handling things with Bracken in the back burner. But go ahead, do it.
Alright. Drippy, you're getting in the shot again.
It's not Drippy, it's Lofty.
Drippy?
Lofty. Him too.
Lofty's just happy whips. Just let him be.
He's just dancing.
I don't
on the
know.
stage.
Lofty was getting awfully frisky when he was eyeing Daphne's rear end while she was
He was doing
overhearing Glaucus.
And he's been doing a failed version of the chicken dance for the past 2 parts.
Let him
Anyway,
have some fun, Jesus.
So yeah, one thing that Candy does have is that she's fluent in higgledy, aka she can actually talk to higgledies. So
And she also has the power of teleportation.
Shiri, please.
these sprites are alright.
I'm ever glad I moved to Evermore. It's the perfect place to do research into the world of higgledies. There are so many here. I'm learning something new on a pretty much daily basis. Yep, this is the place for me.
Coolio.
Oh.
And it will be the place for everyone eventually.
And then
Evan is
the whole,
colonizing the world.
and then the whole world is crammed into Evermore and can't move.
Well,
Except for that
the way I see it, Wibbs, Evermore is basically a symbol of unity and cooperation. It seems that all people from all over the world come in to cooperate for the good of the world. Basically, that's what Evermore stands for. That's how
I can imagine it. I can imagine it now. Actually, King Evan.
What?
When you said this was a place for everybody, I didn't think you meant like this.
Well, we have to allow people in.
Another small detail that
Okay, Kevin, we have it in the
Yes,
food.
Pedro.
Yes, Pedro.
Another small detail that Teo might have noticed is that when I finished that side quest, it told us a little notification of Bracken leveling up. So when you do get XP from side quests, the game will let you know if a character levels up, just so you know.
Nice.
There are actually a lot of JRPGs that do forget to tell us that, so it's a good thing that the developers thought of that. Anyway, Daphne will go to the fish market, of course. What else? Oh yeah, and of course, Candy will go work at the Higgledy. Oh yeah, that's right. Auntie Marfa is helping out with at the cathedral. Let me see if I'll see if she's done in a moment. But for now, let's put her at working with Alice. There you go. She has the fluency in Hig skill, which means she will be able to work on the. No, actually, no. She has to be. This is head of Higgles. So.
Hello and welcome to our dramatic reading of my six Higgledy cookbook.
Staff member knows that for Higgles. Yeah, so basically we need Auntie Marfa to continue research together with her. So I'm gonna see if Auntie Marfa's done with what she was doing. No, she's not.
How many research projects have we got going on here, Evan?
Well,
Quite a lot.
Well, I'm a king. I'm supposed to manage all this shit. That's part of the job.
Progress never stops.
There we go. Again, it's but
research lad.
But it actually brings up a good point, Dibs. Thanks for the buckets of balls game. Yeah, what I do like is the fact that the game does the kingdom building does a good job in again showcasing Heaven's management and overall growth of his kingdom via the gameplay, while at the same time retaining, remembering to maintain itself simple enough so that it's never overwhelming. It's not too complex to the point where it will be overwhelming and take away from the core JRPG gameplay. So it manages to achieve a really good balance in that regard. Anyway, let's check out Candy's bio. There she is. An environmental researcher from Broadleaf with a ready smile and a deep love for all living things. She can see higgledies and has been teaching herself their language, though when she practices, most people think she's talking nonsense to herself.
Her brother Ty was nowhere to be found, and he was crying in despair somewhere.
Daphne, an irrepressible young fisherwoman who worshipped Gakus and was thrilled when he complimented her skills. She has a strong preference for using her nets over rods, and often gets in trouble for straying into forbidden waters in search of a big catch.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, yes. Alright. That's it. And now, if I remember correctly, now we're going to go back to, now that we've managed to recruit people who would literally offer themselves to join, now we're going to get back into convincing people to join.
Yeah.
Our diplomas, our job as a diplomat never ends. All right. So there's actually
that's what the bad guys would.
There's someone at the store, so let's check. All right, Shira, you're up.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Well, let's check what he has to say first. Oh, never mind. It's the same conversation. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shiri.
Do you perhaps feel a little better now?
I'll be the other guy.
Yes.
Why not?
Thetis.
Yeah, I think it's. Is it Thetis? That's you pronounce it. I think it's.
Thetis.
Thetis. Yes.
Thetis. It's very similar to fetus, but whatever.
How about fetus? No, wait.
Anyway, yes, the pain has eased. Thank you. Honestly, Thetis, you are a miracle worker. You are surely the finest doctor Hydropolis has ever seen.
Oh,
If it's going for the original Greek, I'll say it later. Whatever.
Such kind words. Thank you. Now remember, you are to focus on your recovery. Do not overexert yourself under any circumstances.
And stop calling me fetus. It's fetus.
What an interesting name for a doctor.
If it's the Greek original one, it should be Thetis, because the H is like silent or something. But I'm not really sure. I should ask more my sister about this.
Sure. Well, whatever. It's a name.
Yeah.
What's in the name anyway? Tomato, tomato.
A mermaid by any other name. Well, bye.
Okay.
I guess he's a doctor who's prepared for war at a moment's notice.
Good day. Is there something that ails you? Something I can help you with?
Well, actually, we don't have someone who actually specializes in medicine. So yes, there is something you can help us with.
Help us, please.
Hope Hydropolis won't mind.
Well, there are other doctors.
Everyone dies after she leaves.
Well, honestly, I mean, at this point, we have established that there's a mass exodus going, seeing as how this kingdom is pretty much screwed.
So, yeah.
Oh, no! We were just curious about what you were doing, that's all.
Oh, that's okay, because Leander knows. Oh, sorry, forgot that.
I see. Well, as you have no doubt realized, I am a doctor. My name is Thetis. I was simply ministering a regular patient of mine.
Still not a ginger, I see.
Oh, really?
Poor doctor.
Well, she's blonde now, so...
Exactly. She lamented the fact that she's still not a ginger.
Okay, then. Alright.
Yeah, I don't get why the doctor wants to be a ginger so badly either.
Whatever. Go on.
You may not have heard, but it was recently been discovered that some of us, merfolk, begin to become sick when we spend prolonged periods of time out of water.
Well, considering
Okay.
water is your natural environment, that kind of makes sense.
Lofty, remind me to put in construction for a pool in Evermore.
I don't think a pool's going to be big enough.
Actually, Jova, we already have
the
that.
lake that surrounds the castle.
Yeah, we'd have that. Yeah, not to mention Evermore is right next to the ocean anyway, so it's not that hard for the merfolk.
True, but we need a pool in case we're under siege.
I guess.
And we can have pool parties when it's going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, the enemy could just fire into the lake and they'd all die.
True.
Anyway.
At least if they're actually in the kingdom, there'll be some protection.
Well, there's no such thing as one place in the world that offers infinite protection against everything. Of course, having been confined within Hydropolis for so long, you're kind of not had cause to spend any significant time on land. Exactly, yeah.
I don't know what you're saying. Hogwarts is the safest place in the gosh dang world.
Keep telling yourself that.
Hey, Britain said it, not me. Ilverni's
Scotland
better.
said it.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Shuri.
Indeed. But the laws have now changed, and merfolk are free to travel as they please. However, there are still those who prefer not to venture outside of fear of becoming ill on their...
As their kind
folk cat.
So essentially, evolution took place, and now they can survive better out of water, but some still live in fear of the old
days. It's a kinfolk.
Kinfolk, they're kind, basically.
Yeah, kin.
Kinfolk.
I think that's actually a very Scottish way of addressing.
Let's throw in all the British ways of saying things.
I'll have to double check, but I think that's about right.
Gosh, that's a shame. Is there anything we can do to help them? Anything at all?
Fire a water cannon at them.
As a matter of fact, there is. I recently
concocted
a potion that I hope will prevent merfolk from suffering any ill effects when outside the water. But it requires one final ingredient.
Well, that makes sense. In JRPGs, medicine usually comes in the form of potions. So, yeah.
Potion is
unless it's 750 in case our energy drinks blast with Noctis magic.
Or in the original no Kuni, where it's just food.
Yeah, true. You get coffee to replenish your MPs.
I've been trying my best to stop drinking that crap.
It's good for you.
Really? Well, I'm sure we can find it for you.
Coolio.
For my
what is
and
it?
7 of Evermore.
That would be wonderful. The ingredient in question is called deep seawater. It is to be found in a cave on an inlet in part of the world that receive far less sunlight than Hydropolis.
Gavin.
Hold on, Lofty. Would you say it's part of your world?
Evan, why can't we just go to the beach and pick up some water in a cup?
No,
this is special water.
This has to be a specific. It has to be a specific type of seawater.
Is it the same water used for those fucking flowers?
Yeah, I was about to say the seaweedy water.
A cave on an inlet in a part of the world.
Hold on.
Okay.
I know precisely the place. Tidewash Cave on the coast of the Eiler Downs. Well, it makes sense. Obviously, Leander would know this region better than we. Come on, Evan. Let us set right away.
Also, in this case, I'm willing to understand a bit more, considering the circumstances, in a sense that this particular water is in an environment where it receives a specific type of sunlight, specific beam of sunlight, therefore it is conditioned in some kind of way, and also because it's in the middle of a cave. The seemingly water in Eternal Sonata was just something special because it has a name attached to it.
It was something inconveniently specific.
And it was for flowers that didn't even help the overall
At least with this they try, come on.
Thetis has the Cauldron Sense skill, which involves a mastery of everything involving potions, medical potions specifically.
What's that I spy down there? But I think it may be a super boss from one of those Dragon's Quest games.
Well, technically, it's not a super boss. It's just a normal monster. But yeah, the monsters in that particular one are at level 50, so they're a bit more advanced.
It's the classic over-level mob that spawns in case you feel very brave.
Yeah. Unlike the first game, this game was definitely designed more for the hardcore JRPG crowd in mind, because right from the very first moment you get to the world map, if you go out of your way, you'll find a level 50 dragon and you can fight it. So, which is all, just like in the classic old school JRPG, basically.
But Pedro, if that were the case, wouldn't this game have to be turn-based or something? Like everyone says, "Oh, turn-based."
That's the thing, Dwebs. Unlike what a lot of quote-unquote old school JRPG fans would have you believe, there already were action RPGs back then. The Tales of series existed. Just saying.
So,
Turn-based can stay at home.
You see, just because you didn't grow up with action RPGs, that didn't mean they didn't exist back then.
True, but it started with the Super Nintendo era, mostly. I would argue, yes, some of them were also on the Sega Genesis Mega Drive, but not strictly on the NES, which pioneered with Family Dragon.
Oh, no, I know that, but that's the thing, too. Most people usually go for the Super Nintendo as the golden age of the genre anyway, so...
But what about Highlight?
Jova, please. Anyway...
Jova, yeah, I'll say later.
I mean, to be fair, honestly, people forget that us Westerners were doing RPGs before
that's
the
thing,
Japanese.
Alright, might as well say
Oh,
it
no,
now.
of course. Oh, sorry.
Jova, Highlight is as much action as you bumping onto a wall, because that's what your character does. It doesn't even have attack animation.
Well, keep in mind, Jova, we were talking about JRPGs, not... Well, we are firmly aware of Ultima. Don't worry, Jova.
I'm just saying, I love the fact that at some point Japanese devs thought, Americans only coined the term RPG, but they would never be smart enough to understand a JRPG.
Right.
Anyway, we got the water.
Mystic Quest.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, there you are, Thetis. We brought you some deep seawater.
Stop calling me that!
But that's your name.
It's not pronounced that way.
Whatever.
Shire?
Oh, thank you. Now I will be able to complete my potion. And the merfolk will be able to travel the world without fear of feeling unwell.
History books will know your name for this.
And mine is a footnote.
The plot twist is this is probably some homeopathic stuff, and it's just going the placebo effect.
That would not surprise me.
Fortunately not. Anyway.
Oh, nothing wrong with the placebo effect. It's clever.
Well, okay. You mean... never mind.
In the case we just believe they feel better when in reality they weren't ill in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I understand that. I misunderstood what you guys were saying. No, sure, I guess, yeah. Alright, anyway.
If you will wait here just a moment while I mix up the concoction.
Yeah.
Alright, a little transition in a Fade to Black. There you go.
She accidentally creates penicillin.
You see, if this was another country for old men, we would see her literally do every step, mix the thing, and then in the slowest way possible. But no, fortunately not. Go ahead, Shire.
Perfect. Thanks to you, I've been able to mix up a sizable quantity of a potion that I am sure will work exactly as we need it to. With this, I can help both those already affected and those who wish to travel the world.
Oh, wow,
Coolio.
that's awesome.
It is.
Now, how to test it?
Archon.
Archon Leander, Evan, I must offer you my gratitude once again. Thanks to your efforts, the merfolk of Hydropolis are now freer than ever before.
Flee, my children! Flee to more prosperous lands!
Yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Maybe you can test it on yourself because you might need it to travel to Evermore where you're going to live.
Well, yeah.
Oh, sure, Roy. Why are you suggesting that she would end up joining?
Oh, his contract.
Well, remember, Shire, she said that some merfolk were experiencing in that, not everyone. Maybe she's not one of them. But she's about to tell us her life story, because of course. So.
Oh, okay.
Alright then, might as well jot this down for the citizen's log.
Shire?
I was rather a sickly child. This is why I became a doctor, so it makes me very happy to be able to heal the sick. I love nothing more, in fact.
Of course.
That's always a noble cause to become a doctor.
So she's Wally from Pokemon.
This is classic. Anime backstory. She was a sickly child who became a doctor. Anyway, sorry. You're saying?
When did Wally become a doctor?
I'm easy expert. You ask him.
He'll become a doctor if they ever make a Ruby Sapphire 2 or I don't know.
Although I do get what you mean about him also be starting out sick and weak, but getting better. Also, his theme in the remake is awesome.
Which one, the battle version or his regular?
Pretty sure it's
Evan, perhaps we should consider asking Thetis to join us in our kingdom. Such a compassionate and talented physician would surely be a great asset.
Well, Leander, I'm touched that you consider our kingdom your kingdom as well, too, more so than Hydropolis.
Well, as of now, it kind of is.
Then again, like I said, Hydropolis is pretty much screwed anyway, so might
it
well
makes sense
get more
for everyone in Hydropolis to basically migrate anyway.
Jova, remember the words of the truce. United we stand as one single land. We're united and we're collaborating together as one nation. That's the whole point of this thing.
And what better way than to help the poor people of this city?
Basically, the way I see it is Evermore is basically a safe haven of sorts, where if there's any problems, Evermore basically, which is basically kind of a safe haven for people who are in trouble and everybody's welcome there. So basically, like I said, it's a place of unity and tolerance and just overall world helping. But anyway,
I have heard of your new nation. All the peoples of the world gather there, do they not?
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Wow, it really is like
In
Boston.
other words, there may be many more ailing individuals there who require my aid. I would welcome the opportunity to travel there and help them.
Yeah, but do you know how they work, though? Their anatomy and their...
Maybe that's exactly the point, Dweebs. Maybe she goes where willingly to study, become better as a result.
It's interesting you say that, Dweebs and Tail, because her side quest within the kingdom involves that specific thing.
Evermore Edition.
There you go.
And that's what a lot of the side quests have been about for the people who moved to Evermore.
Basically, Dweebs, she's
going to the different sides, working with different people.
Yeah, basically, Dweebs, her side quest involves...
benefits from it.
Basically, Dweebs, her side quest within the kingdom involves her coming up with a good potion that works on dogs. Because ever since Goldpaw, there have been a lot of dogs from Goldpaw who have joined Evermore, so obviously she needs to figure out this whole dogs thing.
Hello and welcome to our brand new medical drama, Kuni City, where we look at how operations can all. I
guess.
Would she still be considered a vet, or would she be considered a doctor?
No, remember, Shiroi, dogs are anthropomorphic, so they're people. Anyway, again, it goes down to Teo's theory that Tino is a furry.
A doctor who attends.
Wait, you only thought that just now?
Hold on, let me read. A doctor who attends to the health needs of the people of Hydropolis. Her tendency to worry too much means she's liable to treat the slightest scratch as if it were a fatal wound. She worries constantly about dog folk shedding hair anywhere near her patients. There you go. See, there's the first worry right there.
But what if she misdiagnoses people because of that? I wouldn't trust her.
Well, Dweebs, misdiagnoses are going to be a thing as well. You can expect doctors to be perfect people who get everything correctly.
Can people be allergic to dogs in this universe?
What if she gives me the wrong treatment? What if I just have a bit of a cut on my arm and she thinks it's broken or something?
She thinks you have a cloth in your dog.
Okay, if she thinks that, then we have an issue.
Dweebs, unlike what Batman Fortunate Son would have you believe, no matter how much you study a field of such, you can never know every single thing. It's moronic to think so. Oh! I spent an entire night studying rock and roll. Now I know everything about rock and roll. Like, no, stupid writer, bad. Anyway, all right. Let's check what else is going on. Yeah, you were going to say reply, Whip? Sorry.
Never mind. I'm just wondering what else can we build here. What about if we get Leaf Book? What about a TV station?
I think now we're going to touch upon. Actually, no. Now we're going to focus on leveling up our citizens. Yeah.
But what about television? How else are they going to get all their news?
Dweebs, we're in a fantasy universe.
We have Facebook here.
We have Facebook, Pedro.
well, Dweebs, there are only TVs in Broadleaf because Broadleaf is the one that has all that technology shit. Only in Broadleaf.
Well then, Evan's a freaking dinosaur when it comes to technology. Then have him deposed.
Hey. I'm starting out here working on limited resources. I have an excuse. What's all the other kingdoms' excuse of? They've been around far longer.
You
Evan,
keep
you've
pulling
got,
the
like,
resources
you've
away
got-
from them.
Evan, you've got at least $9 million. You can afford a TV.
I have to spend it wisely. After we save the
Evan's
world,
smart.
then we'll spend it on TV.
Let's just say
Yes, Pedro?
there's going to also be other side quests that involve the kingdoms needing help for something, and Evan offering to help, and even saying, no, you've signed the Declaration of Independence, which means it's our duty to help you. You know, so it's not like Evermore is not contributing. It's not ending up its end of the bargain or anything. But go ahead.
Evan, wisely, Evan, you hired someone who could be a quack if they're not careful.
Which one?
It's a derogatory term for doctors.
I
know, man.
But Thetis is demonstrated to be quite competent, though.
But only with her own species.
Well, she'll learn, Dwebs. Jeesh. People can
Remember,
learn
I said
things,
that's
you
what a lot
know.
of the side quests for these
Anyway,
characters
speaking
is
of,
about is learning.
Go ahead,
Subject of animals.
Go ahead, Jova, please.
Sometimes after a battle, you really feel you've learned something, taken a new step, you know? Gosh, do I ever feel like that right now? Well, Dwibs, this is the thing. Beggars can't be choosers, and we need some doctors.
Dwibs?
Not exactly like there's been a
Kid voice, sorry.
Really? That's a kid?
He's a kid, yeah.
I may have a sharp eye
Remember,
for
they're the one
precious
who
stone,
sold us the
but
botched
that's
die.
not all I can
Yeah.
do. I believe my skills could be an asset to the kingdom in other ways too. As soon as I can
And
get
his
this
head
helmet
is
off.
and his
As soon
head
as I
is a
can get this
giant
helmet
dog's
off my
dick.
head, I can't see a thing.
But my helmet is my trademark look. Anyway,
But I can't see.
Fido.
I have grown so much since I came to this kingdom. Coming to serve you was the best decision I ever made.
Or is that helmet glued to his head, but he just got used to it?
It's an earring, I think, isn't it?
An earring that
Isn't it?
covers your head?
No, that thing on the ear. On the ear.
No, they're referring to the previous character.
Oh,
the
Fido?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the previous character. It's a masked Webs, but there's eyes to see. Go ahead, Shiri.
I'll work harder than anyone. You'll see. Harder than Gaojai,
Gajia, yeah.
harder than Baiguan, and
Baiguan.
definitely harder than my brother.
Sibling rivalry, yeah, we all love that. Well, remember, Young Main is my spear unit in my army, so obviously...
What's that brother's name? Goody Bar?
Long Mane. He's that kid from Goldpaw who wanted to become a royal guard, and now he's become a royal guard for us because nobody in Goldpaw took him seriously, so they decided to come work for us. Anyway, moving on.
Someone who looks a bit
Peachy.
like a lion.
Go ahead, Shiri.
Just peachy.
I have worked my fingers to the bone, but it has been entirely worth it. I can feel my abilities improving day by day.
You need help there?
I think she was called.
Oh, no, I'm ready to bind myself ever tighter to this kingdom and weave a truly wonderful future. Yeah, that works.
Act 1.
Act 1?
Sonic got a good future, Act 1.
Oh, right. Okay. That went over my head.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like a sonic boom.
Pacing.
So...
Yes, sir?
No. Well, I was just wondering who was ever to head to level up. But...
Peachy, is there something else you got to add?
Who else has to level up? Oh, Elena. Go ahead, Jova.
You do not have to say anything. I can tell from the look in your eye. You could not survive without my cooking, correct? Well, perhaps one day soon, I will be able to offer this kingdom even more than my delicious dishes.
Sure, I'm hoping for that.
I'll open up a restaurant called Helen's. Is that what she'll do?
Oh, look at that. She has a dead fish in her pouch thingy.
That's not very hygienic.
Well, maybe she's about to cook the fish.
But why put it in your pocket?
Yeah, the cooking will get rid of the germs.
That's
It's
the
marinating.
Maybe just an ornament.
Okay. What else? Let's see. What else is going on? Oh, there are more outfitters. Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything. Let's see.
Evermore Outfitters. That sounds like a sport.
Yes.
And what did you think? You're Evermore Outfitters.
Oh, there we go. Peachy is now a master of her skill, Nimble Fingers, which means we can learn that. We can do research on this. Cool. What else? Average Journalist or Symphonium, Such Divine Renovation, or not Square 1000. Oh, okay.
Meanwhile,
the barracks are almost done with their research. Let's boost their work a bit.
Meanwhile, Traitoro over there is still putting stuff down in his notes.
In the meantime, oh, the cathedral is still not done yet. Let's see.
Takes a lot for research to do that.
Well,
yeah, cathedrals are pretty big, so they take a while.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it. I mean, I doubt St. Paul's Cathedral in London was built in a day.
You know what they say.
Trust me, Bleebs, I read and I'm currently reading the Ken Follett saga about the town of Kingsbridge, so I know exactly what's the process of building a cathedral, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Even more spoils of war, ultimate command post efficacy, ultimate guts getting, ultimate command post efficacy. Yeah, ultimate post efficacy. There you go. In the meantime, I guess we'll boost this one as well. Will we? Yeah. Ultimate citizen experience.
The ultimate citizen experience.
Yes, basically it allows to increase the XP you get, not just from battles, but from skirmishes as well.
Uh-huh.
Alright, research, ultimate skirmish experience, and ultimate reserve experience. Ultimate reserve experience is for the characters who are not in your party. Basically, the characters will always receive XP even if they're not in your party. However, they will receive less than the ones who are in your party. But with that research, they will receive just as much XP as the ones that are in the party. So there you go.
You fired Bracken?
No, wait, I'm just assigning her to a different facility. Why would I fire an incredibly useful citizen who's incredibly versatile? That would be really dumb of me.
I swear I've seen that in the plot of a movie somewhere, where even the villain, I've seen that in a movie somewhere where they just decide to randomly fire the smartest person.
There you go. You're gonna see me remove Bracken and put her in other facilities. Allah forgot this playthrough this because Bracken is incredibly versatile.
She's just that useful. Yeah, she's just that useful.
She's just that useful. Like for example, to give you an idea, she's gonna help out Catch with the boats at one point. So, but she's basically one of the most useful citizens in the game, so it makes sense, trust me. She's not the best citizen in the game, because that's for the post-game, but she's definitely the best citizen you can have in the main campaign. If you stick to the main campaign, I mean. If you do the optional stuff, then you'll get citizens that are even better than her. But anyway, let's cancel this research, because I've changed my mind.
We're sorry, but we have to cut back. Lofty is really behind on his steak budgets. We've had to cut
Lofty, why are you trying to mimic me again?
Because I love to do it. Besides, some of your policies are a bit of work, man.
Remember,
Lofty, I know that you definitely do admire my leadership skills like that, but be careful. Last thing we need is somebody mistaking you for me, and well, things getting out of hand like last week.
my coffers are near full, so I might as well empty them.
Evan, think of it this way. What if you're ill, but the kingdom still needs to run? I could do it for you.
You need to repay the incredible work by making the kingdom even more amazing.
Yes.
Exactly.
So Roland, what you're saying is, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Now, Evan, take this money before I spend it on my next meal. Take the money.
You're
Okay.
go home. You're drunk. Anyway, see you in the next part, everybody.
See ya.
Ciao.
Yeah.